Nivaleth. While Perry and Dusty sat downstairs at the beautiful driftwood table waiting, Jasper was preparing a delicious meal for them. Naturally, Perry had offered to lend him a hand, but Jasper had explained that he would like to surprise them with a special menu. Perry and his pony loved surprises, and this tower was already one in itself. Above them, they could hear Jasper pacing back and forth, sometimes faster, sometimes slower. "I'm trying to figure out what the dish might be from the smell, but I just can't," said Dusty, sniffing the air with his nostrils wide open. I think Jasper is truly a special person whose wonderful actions one can never quite foresee, replied Perry, smiling as he stroked the cat still resting in his lap. "Now I've got it," cried Dusty. "It's something fried." But what was it? That remained the big question. That question was answered 5 minutes later when Jasper came down the stairs holding 2 large steaming plates in his hands. "Here you go, my friends. Enjoy your meal," he said, beaming as he placed the plates in front of them. Dusty's jaw dropped, and Perry had never seen anything like it either. On their plates lay something that looked exactly as a fried fish, but the smell told a different story. It smelled of a sharp herb and something else, undefinable. "This is my specialty, false salmon, made from fermented plants and edible tree bark. I also used some seaweed to make the flavor a little more authentic," Jasper explained. Perry and the pony were more than delighted. When Perry took his first bite, he could hardly believe how good this false fish tasted. It tasted of the ocean, of allium plants, and of many delicious spices that blend into a perfect harmony of flavors. Was all he said, sinking into a deep state of contentment. Jasper joined them with another plate, and so they all ate together and chatted happily. Dusty had to make an effort not to gulp everything down at once. It just tasted so good. For the second course, they were served a light, creamy soup filled with plenty of carrots, spring onions, and potatoes. But the dessert was definitely everyone's favorite. It was a red currant cake shaped like a large pearl shell. Perry suddenly noticed that the handles of the cutlery they were using were shaped like little fish. Jasper really had style. "I must say your eye for small details is truly excellent. You have my utmost respect. Have you lived here long?" asked Perry curiously. "Oh yes, I've lived here for a very long time. A decade, if I haven't miscounted. But I am never lonely. I regularly receive visits from travelers who happen to wander past my lighthouse. I've also made deep friendships with sea creatures, especially with one very special mermaid. Her name is Zelira. The glowing pearl you admired in the kitchen came from her. It would be a great pleasure for me to introduce her to you if you wish," replied Jasper. "We'd love to meet her. May I ask you something else? I heard that you teach fish how to dance, asked Perry excitedly. I actually do, yes. I teach those cute fish how to dance, even if they don't have legs. It all began because out of sheer joy and happiness, I often danced on the beach. You see, before the great change happened, I was an utterly unhappy, frustrated fisherman. The job went completely against my true nature and my wishes, and so I sank deeper and deeper into sorrow. But now I am freed and live a cheerful, joyful life. To express this, I began dancing freely on the beach, and little by little I gained an audience. The fish suddenly wanted to dance themselves. So I formed a small dance group they call the Underwater Dancers. I never realized how much joy it would bring me to spend hours in the water, training and dancing with them, Jasper said happily. Perry was deeply moved by his story. Jasper invited them to join him for training the next morning so they could see with their own eyes how fish dance together. Of course, the two of them wouldn't miss such an opportunity, and Perry was already very excited. When the fantastic dinner came to an end, it was time to sleep soundly in the soft beds. Jordi followed Perry upstairs to the guest room, but first she received a good portion of food containing all the nutrients she needed to live a happy cat life. After long research by the Queen, it had been discovered that the essential things a dog or a cat needs are not found only in meat. Trees and plants, even special stones, could also provide them. So a bit of everything was gathered and proceeded into tasty food. You could either buy it in a shop or learn the knowledge and make it yourself. Our dear Jasper had spent a lot of time creating something very special for his beloved little companion. With mindfulness, he chose the ingredients for her food. You could even say he cooked especially for her. And so Jordi was always full, content, and well cared for, without any animal ever having to die for her. Perry watched with joy as the colorful little cat curled up on his stomach as soon as he lay in bed. Yes, Dusty too was snuggled up under a blanket. Jasper had the brilliant idea of simply unscrewing the legs of the bed so Dusty could get up easily and change his position whenever he felt like it. It's so cozy here. I think I'm already asleep, he grunted under the blanket. Perry grinned from ear to ear. Then they listened to the calm sound of the waves before they all drifted off to sleep.